Hello children, once again welcome to economics classroom. In the previous class we studied about primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Now we are going to study about the division of labor between men and women. Due to historical and cultural reason, there is a division of labor between men and women in the family. Do you know, boys and girls are brought up to believe that the main responsibility of the women is housework and bringing up the children. Usually, women looks after the domestic chores and men works in the field. For example, Shagal's mother Sheila looks after domestic chores and Shagal's father Bhuta Chowdhury cultivates the crops and earns money. Sheila is not paid for her services in the family. Similarly, women works in the house is not paid for her services and not recognized in the national income. Dear children, what are the major determinants of the earning of the individual in the market? Education and skill. Education and skill are the major determinants of the earning of the individual in the market. I have a question to ask. Why are women employed in low paid work, low wages work? Why are women employed in a low paid work? Women are getting very low wages compared to the men. Why? Women in India have been discriminated with lower education opportunity so that they have lower job skills. I told you what are the two major determinants of the earning of an individual? Education and skill. Okay, women are not getting enough education so that they have lower job skills. Due to lower job skills, they are given low paying jobs. Okay, these are the reason women are employed in low paid work. Dear children, women with high education and skill are paid at par with the men. That means women with high education and skill are paid, are getting good wages equal to the men. Or par with the men means equal to the men. For example, among the organized sector such as teaching and medicine attract them the most. Okay, most of the women are working as teacher, nurses, etc. Most of the women entered the administrative and other services. Okay, most of the women entered the administrative and other services so that women with high education and skill are paid at par with the men, equal to the men. Dear children, on what factors the quality of the population depends on? The quality of the population depends on the literacy rate, health of a person indicated by the life expectancy, the skill formation acquired by the people of the country. Okay, so what are the factors? Depends on the quality of the population. The literacy rate, the health of a person and the skill formation. First one, education. Let us discuss the policy of government in the field of education. Describe the policy of government in the field of education. Dear children, education contributes towards the growth of the society. It enhances the national efficiency of governance. There is a provision made for providing universal access, retention and quality in elementary education with a special emphasis on girl education. Our government provided special provision and emphasis on girl education. There is also an establishment of schools like Navodaya Vidyalaya in each district. What is Navodaya Vidyalaya school? This school is for talented students from rural area in India and provide them with quality education to the best in a residential school system. Most of the students from rural area are not able to reach the school. So this school is for talented students from rural area. Okay. Next, vocational streams have been developed to equip large number of high school students with occupations related to knowledge and skills. Example, VHSC, Vocational Higher Secondary Education. Next one, the government provided Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. That means Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is a significant step towards providing elementary education to all the children in the age group of 6 to 14 years by 2010. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Another one, the midday meal scheme was launched by the government in the schools to encourage attendance and retention of children and improve their nutritional status. Students were not coming to the school due to poverty, so the government launched the midday meal scheme in the schools to encourage the attendance of the students and improve their nutritional status. So, what are the measures taken by the government in the field of education? Navodaya Vidyalaya, then Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, Vocational Higher Secondary Education, Midday Meal Scheme, etc. Dear children, let us discuss the literacy rate of India from 1951 to 2011. Okay, I have a question. What is the literacy rate of India as per the 2011 census? 74%. Okay. The literacy rate of India in 2011 census is 74%. Okay. Look at the screen. Dear children, here you can see the literacy rate of India from 1951 to 2011. Blue color indicates person, red color indicates male, green color indicates female. I have some questions to ask. First one, has the literacy rates of the population increased since 1951? The literacy rates have increased from 18% in 1951 to 74% in 2010-11. Next question, why literacy rate is high among the males of India? Dear children, I told you, boys and girls are brought up to believe that the main responsibility of the women is housework and bringing up children. India has a patriarchal society, means male dominated society. Patriarchal society means male dominating society. So India has a patriarchal society. Social stigma does not allow women to be educated as they are meant for domestic chores. Society does not allow women to be educated as they are meant for domestic work. Okay, that is the reason the literacy rate is high among the males of India. Dear children, today we studied about the division of labor between men and women and the policy of government in the field of education. URL related to this topic is attached. Watch the URL. Notes and test questions are also attached. Attend the test paper very seriously. Okay. We can meet in the next session. Bye.